Alright guys, we got a 2019 Honda Odyssey. Got the V6 engine in it. We're going to be putting plugs in it. I've already removed the upper cover. It's just held on with these little studs right here. You just pull up on it and it'll snap right off. Got it sitting right there. And you can see the front 3 plugs, or the coils rather. And you've got a little rubber protected connector. It says push, so you're going to push right here to release the connector and pop them up. Now the ones in the back are just going to be all by feel. You've got the same 3 coil packs back there. That looks pretty straightforward, so I'm going to get the camera mounted and we're going to get the plugs changed on this Odyssey. This has got about 121,000 miles on it or so, and they don't have any problems with it. They just want the plugs changed just for preventative. All right, so the first thing I think I'm going to do is just take the 10mm bolts out of the coil pack. Here's the first connector. You're going to push right back on the very back of the rubber and they'll pop right off. Then you can pull the coil out. You do want to make sure, take a look at the coil, make sure it's not burnt or discolored. For me, the perfect combination was a 3-inch extension and a 1-inch extension. I'm using the 5/8, but 16mm is also what you could use on these. There's the first plug. It's an NGK Iridium. Lay him to the side. The gap is 44 thousandths, I believe, on this vehicle. And if I'm wrong about that, I will put that in the upper right corner. You do want to lower these down into the cylinder gently because you don't want to damage the side electrode when you're putting them in. This is the new one that I'm putting in. And the torque on these are 16 foot-pounds. So I got them pretty close just with the ratchet. Okay, so the front bank is done. It takes about 10 minutes, maybe 15. Now I'm going to go after these back ones. And I mean, even though you can't really see them, they're just right there out of view. You can easily feel them, so no big deal. First thing I'm going to do is take the bolts out of the coils. This one, yeah. There's the first coil. Again, inspect it, make sure it looks good. Might have to finagle with these heater hoses just a little bit, but no big deal. and a third coil. And lay those out of my way. There's that plug. Now this one, I think I'm going to probably have to get onto the regular ratchet. Unless... let me grab a regular ratchet. At least to break it loose. And there's the sixth and final plug. They all look pretty good. I will say, I don't think they make this little tool anymore. I bought this about 30 or 40 years ago, but I'll put a link to a similar tool. It definitely, on stuff like this, it simplifies the process, because you're able to bend this and stick it down into these deep spark plug holes and pluck the plugs out. And again, I'm just going to put these down in the hole, get them started, and then I'll tighten them up. And let me show you. On this one right here, you do kind of have this heater hose assembly in the way, but it's not so much in the way that you can't get to them. There's the connector. I can feel the hole right here with my finger. You just have to do it by feel, but it's definitely doable. And these plugs screw in kind of easy by hand. So I'm just going to, on these back ones, I'm just going to screw them in, then I'm going to snug them up with my hand ratchet. Middle one. And the last one. Now I'm going to try to get the torque wrench down in here. And to get to the back ones, I've got this set up, and then once I've dropped this down into the cylinder, I connect the other 3-inch extension. This one, I may not be able to get with the torque wrench. Yeah, use my other 1-inch extension on that one. Probably about 10 or 15 minutes on the back. Now it's just a matter of dropping the coils down in here, connecting them up, and then putting the bolts in for the coils. And I would connect the connector before you drop the coil all the way down in the hole. Again, you just kind of got to go by feel on this one. But it's very, very doable. Probably 30 minutes. You can have this done. Hour tops. If you're using all hand tools, air or cordless tools, really speed things up. I'm going to have to give it to Honda, making their engine where you do not have to remove the intake to change the spark plugs, like so many other cars now. So let's start it up and make sure it runs okay. Engine's purring like a kitten. Just got to put the cover back on, and another spark plug change done. You guys take care.